Hola, cage fighting connoisseurs. This is Kid Nate, DeBloodyElbow.com, joined by Eugene S. Robinson, Donde Está, California, the author Fight Something Something, Aussie.com. We are here for the Care Don't Care preview of UFC Pittsburgh, featuring a middleweight competition of some import between Luke Rockhold and WSOF champ Dave Branch. Eugene, we need
Luke
a disclaimer.
Luke Rockhold.
Cockhold or cuckold?
Yeah, whatever. I was doing my Laranja impersonation. Crybabies, bedwetters, malingerers, grumblers, work-shy individuals. What did I miss? I think that's it. Greedy bread gobblers. This has less to do with your skills and talents as a fighter or a human being, and much more to do with the marketing heft and weight that WME, IMG, UFC has put behind you. If you do not like being on the don't care list, there's one way out. Fight an exciting fight. It is possible. More difficult now than ever, given the fact that the whole promotion is in the wood-piley, misty climb of the Lost Battalion, but not entirely unheard of. The next Johnny Boney Joni has to come from somewhere. Could be you. Fight an exciting fight. Until then, don't come crying to us.
Well said, well said. And if you don't believe us, just 2 weeks ago or whatever, that guy.
That guy.
I can remember his name, Magomed Sharapov. That guy.
Yeah.
There's a guaranteed care next time. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna dive right in.
The guy whose name you couldn't remember.
Well, it's Magomed Sharapov. I mean, come on, it's the worst name since Ponzinibbio to hit.
Oh, you remember Ponzinibbio though? Okay.
I've had to, because the guy's a winner and he finally became a care despite the name. All right, so we've got one fight on Fight Pass.
You do realize that we were even this past weekend, right?
What were we, like 2-6 or something? 2 and 7?
Yeah, we both. I was so, my math was so bad. I was doing all this calculation. I go, I got 2, and then he got 1, and then in the end I realized, oh, we got the same number fucking right. Jesus, all right.
We agreed too many times. What are you gonna do?
All
right. So this week we got one fight on Fight Pass, and we have 4 fights on Fox Sports 1 prelims, and then 6 fights on Fox Sports 1 main card. So it's gonna
and what is this? This is FN what?
This is UFC Fight Night 116, aka UFC Pittsburgh, aka UFC Rockhold versus Branch.
Rockhold, okay.
Yes. All right. And my guess for your cares is going to be 4.
Okay.
Okay.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
And we do not do the pricing on this one, right?
No, because it's free TV.
Yep,
if you paid your cable bill, you got it. All right. So UFC Fight Pass lightweights: Justin Sago versus Gilbert Burns.
Do not give a fuck.
Me neither. Sorry, I almost cared about Gilbert Burns, but do not. All right, now we're on Fox Sports 1. Bantamweight Luke Sanders versus Felipe Arantes.
Do not give a fuck.
I don't either. I almost cared about Arantes, but I don't. Middleweight.
Almost because of Arantes, but not quite.
Yeah. Middleweight Krysztof Jotko versus Uriah Hall.
Care.
Battle of the Gicks or what?
Battle of the Gicks. I mean, but I expect more from Hall than I do from Krzysztof Jotko. And I know you might expect me, because of the Polish home team thing, to pick Jotko, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 18 times, shame on me. So fuck Jotko,
I see.
I'm okay to make a Uriah Hall call on this one.
Well,
I've just been disappointed fewer times by Hall.
I got to go with Jotko because my expectations have been higher for Hall. I've never expected anything from Jotko except basically tedium, and he's delivered that. But Hall has like a 3-fight losing streak going with 2 knockouts. So, although admittedly he's been thrown in the deep end. So,
and he's motivated. So I feel okay with my pick.
I see. I too feel okay. With my pick.
I'm fine. Let you go home and get your shine box.
A shout out to the late great. What's his name?
Yeah, whatever the guy's name is.
Vincent. It wasn't Vincent Price, but the guy that played Billy Betts in Goodfellas passed away. And also Grant Hart of Husker Du passed away.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
So
I like how Bob Mould in his tribute, which you might be able to read on Facebook, said, "It had been expected." That's a nice way of saying dude was a junkie, but okay.
Well, he also had cancer.
Oh, did he have cancer? I didn't know.
Yeah, he had cancer, and the photo Bob Mould posted with that,
man,
Grant Hart looked like a cadaver. So
yeah, he looked pretty bad. What kind of cancer?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you can blame the heroin addiction for that or not. All right. Heavyweight, Anthony Hamilton and Daniel Spitz.
Nah, I don't care. I'm sorry,
Me
Anthony
neither.
Hamilton. It's tempting, but not tempting enough.
It'll be fun to watch. I mean, it's or it won't be. But I mean, there's a
Yeah,
chance.
but it's a heavy. Yeah. You know what? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Lightweight, Tony Martin versus Olivier Aubin-Mercier.
I care.
Ooh, this is a surprise because of
Both of these guys
both
have
these guys.
have been flirting with Gicht, but not quite. I mean, if you lose spectacularly, that makes me care slightly. And Martin has certainly in the past lost spectacularly in ways that I've remembered him. And Aubin de Mercier has actually won a couple times in ways that I thought were pretty impressive. And I could see they were kind of like he was the French Canadian Eric Silva, with the same sort of almost outcome. So I'm interested.
Who are you picking?
Not Martin.
Not Martin. You're picking Aubin-Mercier, huh?
Yeah.
I'll pick Martin just to go in your face because the judo guy who doesn't use any judo has made an enemy of me. Like if you talk judo, and you're hype, I want to see some.
You really? How often have you seen Henry Cejudo use his wrestling in this last?
I don't care about that.
Time?
I'm not a wrestling fan. I mean, I don't get like. I mean, a Sean Shirk double leg blast is cool, but like for the most part, wrestling doesn't have any techniques. I just go, oh wow. But judo has like all these throws. I mean, if you're doing lateral drops like John Jones used to do.
I have a question. Because he was a Greco guy. I got a question for you, and I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but what's Sean Shirk doing these days?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah,
probably supplements.
I want people to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good run, but it was before the UFC made really any money.
Yep.
And so I don't know, but it also was back in the days when you could get sponsorships. So
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, look. There are ways that you could take a little and make it a lot. I worked at Apple for about a year and a half, and that was probably financially one of the best things I ever did years after. There are ways, if you're a smart guy, that you could take the little bit that he would have gotten from there and make that shit grow. But
you could put it all in Bitcoin and be a millionaire by now.
Yeah, but when I hear about guys like Mark Coleman having to hawk his fucking belt, makes me sad.
Or Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
well, there gets to be a point like the porn star people I know, and like the women always have the mooks, the guys who want to rescue them. The guy will buy
the suitcase pimp.
Yeah, well, no, suitcase pimp is a guy who's actually interested in them in working. The mook wants to save them from work.
I see.
And so he'll some cases buy him a townhouse, a condo, a car, and then the woman, now freed from the onus of having to work, sits at home and thinks, my God, I'm bored. Realizes, that the life of the load was the only life that they had. So
the life of the load. That's a charming turn of phrase.
Yeah, well, I mean, so, I don't know what Sean Shirk is doing at home, but I think people should think about it.
Well, even if you make plenty of money.
And you think about it in the context of a Johnny Boney Joni as well.
That's a good point. But I mean, Shirk had a good run as an athlete. He went about as long as any athlete can go just because of physical limitations. And so the money question is a good one. But I mean, you're positing that even if he has money, he could be bored. But that's going to happen to athletes anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, and it could happen to ballet dancers. They burn out early. It's a totally classy profession, but it's still a physical thing where you're done at 35.
Why is it that people like me who would be perfectly well suited to be a billionaire are not billionaires?
You'd waste your money on ridiculous piffle like trying to save the world and art projects and things like that. Billionaires.
This is cute. He just said I would fritter my money away with projects like trying to save the world.
Well,
right on. Everybody here goes, no way. No.
But you wouldn't be obsessed with making more and more money, which is what billionaires have to do. You'd be obsessed with promoting your side projects and solo albums and stuff.
And yachts.
Yeah, and yachts. Yeah. Skipper Eugene.
Gilligan's Island. Okay.
So now we're moving on to the main card.
Oh, who did we just pick?
I picked Martin. You picked Aubin-Mercier.
Okay, all right.
And don't call me racist against French Canadians, because I like GSP.
You're the one who brought up race.
Hey, You know, playing the race card, Eugene. Always
Oh
playing.
yeah,
The
there
race
you go.
card.
You smelt it, you dealt it.
All right, heavyweight Justin Ledet versus Anyanwu.
Dude, that should tell you all you need to know. Don't care.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued, but I'm not gonna care. But
That's because you're
it's Chinese.
is he
But
Chinese?
Anyanwu.
Yeah, he's Chinese.
That's got to be Chinese.
Chinese.
All right, so welterweight Kamaru Usman versus Sergio Moraes.
Oh, two Brazilians. Let's.
I don't think Usman's Brazilian. He's Nigerian.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You
But he's
always,
American,
you and Nash always get me fuck up with the pronunciation of the name. Yeah, no, I care.
Yeah, I care because Usman is a bad dude.
Yeah,
and,
he stumbled. He stumbled his last outing, but I'm going to pick him anyway.
Well, he won, but it was tedious. He's been tedious for a while. Sergio Moraes.
Sergio Moraes, you like him?
I don't care one way or the other, but I'm going to pick Usman.
Yes, me too.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. All right. So now we've got.
I know everybody was outraged when I did the show with Nash and then said no, and I said fuck Usman. I know, but he pronounced it like he massacred it, kind of like you did just now.
A poor tradesman blames the tools. Okay.
A bad dancer blames the shoes.
That's right. All right. Lightweight. A good dancer blames his partner. Lightweight. Gregor Gillespie versus Jason Gonzalez, and I'm blaming you, Eugene. I'm blaming you.
I almost want to care because Gregor is almost a focal, but not quite. Not been on the show, so I don't care.
Yep, I don't care. All right, now we've got middleweight Anthony Smith versus Hector Lombard.
Oh wow!
You got to care. You know you care. Admit you care.
Anthony. Well, hold on. Anthony Smith versus Hector Lombard. Does anybody here give a fuck? I'm going to have to go with the people on this.
Nobody cares? Oh, that is, you can't.
No, I can't go with the people. I can't go there. I feel bad. I feel bad doing that. Okay, I care. I'm going to go with
Lombard. Because you know if he starts to get knocked out, you're going to be screaming, kill him, kill him.
Yeah, no. I'm going to go with Lombard.
You're going to pick Lombard?
Yeah.
But really, if he starts to get hurt, admit it. You cheered for Dan Henderson when he knocked him out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I you know.
Because Lombard is a dick. I mean,
yeah,
it's really.
But I kind of like that. It's like not.
You got so much in common with the steroids.
But they're two types of dicks, right? And you tell me, I don't know if we have any baseball fans listening, but I think that there's a fundamental difference between a Gary Sheffield and a Barry Bonds. Gary Sheffield was a fucking clubhouse cancer par excellence. Barry Bonds was just a dick
and a cheater. Allegedly.
Yeah, and so I like Gary Sheffield more so than the ability to go into any situation and destroy it. That's
You talk a big game for a guy that's been in the same band for 30 years. I mean, you're not as big a dick as you pretend to be, Eugene.
You need to interview the other members of Oxbow before you.
Yeah, I've heard them bitching about you. I mean,
bold statements.
They get their hate on. Don't get me wrong, but Gary Sheffield couldn't have been in the same band for more than 6 months.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but Hector Lombard.
I'm picking Lombard. Are you going to go there? They're going to pick Moraes?
No, it's Anthony Smith.
Sorry, Anthony Smith. Yeah.
Yeah,
that pause tells me all I need to know.
Man, I mean, no, I can't go with Anthony Smith because Hector Lombard is still a beast, even if he might gas early. And he never uses his judo. But Lombard's still a beast. I got to go with Lombard. All right, now welterweight Mike Perry versus Alex Reyes.
No,
and Perry, I believe, is the one that's frequently accused of racism.
Yeah, I don't care. Frequently accused of racism. How does that work? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Fuck that racist Mike Perry. What did he do that gets him accused of racism?
His corner was taunting people with racial slurs, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where's he? Hyun-Gyu Lim. They were fighting a Korean guy and making.
Where was he from?
Korean.
No, where is he from?
Perry? He's from Pittsburgh or some shit.
Well, it's Pittsburgh, man. I would rather him say it than think it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But let's see. Yeah, he's also posted the N-word on his Facebook page. But again, I think a lot of that is just, I know these redneck yokels from my hometown. They throw the N-word around because they're hearing it on two-pack records or whatever. They're not, they're stupid and ignorant, but they're not actively trying to be racist. They could be.
I was walking up by Pac Bell Park. Sadly, made the mistake of going near there when there was a baseball game. I don't know where. I was going to some art gallery or something. And I'm walking down the street, and this Eminem kind of guy walks by me. And as I don't know him, I'm just walking, my business. He sees me, goes, "My nigga!" I just keep going. It's like, I'm gonna fucking punch a guy in his face for what? Whatever, man. He thinks he's in some hip hop video. Good on you, Eminem. I got an art gallery to go to.
Oh, that's embarrassing. All right. Yeah. So Mike Perry versus Alex Reyes.
Don't care.
Reyes, you don't care. All right. Well,
the racist against Reyes. That's how they should book it. Yeah.
But see, Perry's also talented. That's the thing, and he's got kind of a meathead fighting style.
You know who's talented? Who's talented? My nuts are talented. You don't see my nuts in the cage.
Yeah. Well, that's because of cups, et cetera, et cetera.
This is the kind of high quality sports reportage that you don't get at any other site.
Sammy Maudlin, ladies and gentlemen, just brilliant talk show hosting the whole bit.
Hey, and I mean this in all sincerity. When I say nuts, I mean testicles.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. I think D's nuts is still outpolling both Trump and Clinton for the presidency.
Oh my God, my God.
Did you hear about Clinton showing up at her book signing like 4 hours late yesterday and not saying a word, just sitting down at the signing table and signing books like Krusty the Clown?
She's lost her mind. She has lost her fucking mind.
I mean, she's
what happened?
Books.
I'll tell you what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
God, you are you. That's what happened.
And to see you, one of these middle-aged ladies that was Clinton all the way to the end, like drop her.
No, I was more anti-Trump, but the reality of the thing is that,
well, you were no Bernie bro. Let's put it that way.
No, but you remember the scene? What was that movie with Christopher Walken and Martin Sheen, where The Dead Zone, and it was one of those things where I think the book came out, and people can kind of suddenly see that she's the kind who grabs a kid and uses the kid as a shield.
I'm not gonna argue with you, but they'll call me sexist.
And what? No, fuck. There's nothing to do with sexism. And what blows my mind, what really blows my mind, is that such a fucking politically astute actor like her fucking husband is like not saying shit.
Well, speaking of nuts, she's had his in a locked drawer for a long time.
So you think he doesn't dare say anything?
I think he doesn't have any control over her. They're like a royal family,
Yeah.
I mean, she's got her court and her people, and they've got this alliance. But he can't just lay down the law.
I don't say lay down the law. I just say, hey, if you
were a heartfelt talk like you're fucking up, lady. I don't think so.
I mean, if you and me are hanging out and you see fucking who's that guy, Dave Camarillo, you're like, fucking stand back, Eugene. I'm gonna fuck him up. And then I say, hey, Nate, maybe you might want to go easy on this Camarillo guy. He looks very familiar to me somehow. You're like, fuck that. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go fuck him up. Come on.
I mean, again, I don't often, pull the I'm going to fuck this guy up card. In fact, I never do.
Not without your loose leaf binder.
Ever since I took away my retractable truncheon,
all right,
I've been, pretty harmless.
All right,
but and I can't even have a sawed-off shotgun in this fucking state. The shortest one I can get is 26 inches long, and 18 of that has to be barrel.
Oh, is
that bullshit or what?
I thought that was Texas, man. What happened?
It is Texas.
What happened?
Carry 357 in your fanny pack. I mean,
Texas is such a disappointment.
I know. It's like, because I don't have the aim to hit somebody with a 9mm. I need my room sweeper.
Street sweeper.
My room sweeper. I'm not taking it out of the house. If you're in my house, you're getting shotgun. But if you're out in the street, I'll let you run. I mean,
No, you let them run a few feet. If you let them run too far and you shoot them, then the cops are going to be all over you.
I'm not shooting anybody who's
right
not
away.
in my house. I'm sorry. I'm not one of these Texas, Japanese exchange students knock on the door, I open fire kind of guys. I'm just
the cop told me if you shoot somebody on your property, drag them back into the house.
In Austin, you can literally get away with shooting people in the back on the street and say that they were looking in your car window.
Yeah, I remember that.
Provided the guy's Mexican or black.
I remember. Anyway, hold on. So you're gonna pick Perry, or what are you gonna do?
I'm picking Perry, man. He's gonna clown this guy and do something offensive. What's the over under on?
I like that. I would, if he does something offensive, then I'll chalk it up as a loss for me, even though I have no pick in this one.
Ooh, all right. So now we come to the main event. I can't believe it's a main event with Dave Branch. Luke Rockhold versus Dave Branch middleweight. But Dave Branch went off to the World Series of Fighting and reeled off like 10 straight wins. Did you know that?
Yep.
Did you watch any of those fights though?
I did. I think I watched one. I mean, because friend of Knuckle Up, Jake Shields, ended up at World Series of Fighting, so I was focused on them for some small period of time.
Yeah, he got a couple submissions and a TKO in there, but mostly it was decisions. So I don't think he's changed his spots, man. I think he is still a bore, and I think Rockhold has his number, man. Where's Branch going to beat Rockhold?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is Rockhold knuckle up?
No, he's a known associate though, because I've had Javier on. I've interviewed Javier, Kane, Josh Thompson.
Your pal, Josh Thompson.
Yeah, and a couple other cats there over the course of time. Who's Brian the Fury Johnson, going way back to the first UFC 2. So, man, it seems inadvisable to pick against. I mean, Branch is a Brooklyn guy, right? But to pick against Cockhold seems to be inadvisable. But you know what, man? They're very. What happened to him against Bisping would have never happened to.
Oh, he lives in the Bronx, not Brooklyn, but he's from North Carolina. All right.
Yeah. So, what happened to Cockhold against Bisping would have never happened to Bisping. In other words,
to Bisping or Branch?
To Bisping. In other words, coming in, underestimating, forgetting that you were in a fight, casually backing up, getting caught like that. So I think that's a kind of a true character tell. But this guy has had enough time in the wilderness to say, you know what, being in the wilderness sucks. There's a tornado, there's a blizzard outside. I got inside now where it's warm again. I gotta fucking stay. I got to, I'm not going to get the 135 mil, but I got to be back on. I can't. But sometimes the weight of all that, I can't will fuck with a guy's head. The fact is that the reason why Rockhold's been allowed to kind of flourish is because he's been largely ignored. They're like in devil's advocate. They didn't see him coming. I mean that inside AKA as well. Anytime I was over there, the cameras would be interviewing. Who was that cat who left? Who got to
Koscheck?
No, the one who got to the Fitch. The cameras are there interviewing Fitch, and then they're talking to Thompson, and they're talking to Kane, and they're talking to fucking Trevor Prangley. Then they're talking to
that was the South African media. Come on.
Yeah, and they're talking to everybody but fucking, so.
Well, that was because of the strike force, man. He was being punished for being in strike force, and it was a latecomer to the UFC. But
I'm gonna have to pick. I don't want to give us a long preamble to fuck off in the end. But I'm gonna have to pick Rockhold. But there are a lot of big giant question marks, and I'm hoping he answers them in a way that
But does beating Branch really answer any of them?
It keeps his name in a serious discussion that definitely will be having had post GSP Bisping.
All right, I agree. I'm picking Rockhold too because Branch is boring. All right. And
well, the question is, based on your previous, is he Francis Carmot boring? What kind of boring is he exactly?
He's old school boring. He's like top control jiu-jitsu guy. He's John Fitch boring, but not quite as dominant.
Okay.
He's that kind of boring.
All right. Well, let's see. The final count, you cared about 6, 3. I cared about 5. That was 1 over what you thought I was going to care about. All right. There we go.
UFC favors catching on. Look, you even jaded, cynical Eugene cared about.
Yeah, this here. I'm gonna. This is my facial imitation of the enthusiasm that we feel for UFC Fight Night 116.
Hey, and off topic, do you care about the Golovkin Canelo fight?
Yeah, a little bit.
Who are you picking?
I love Canelo, but I don't think he's gonna win.
Yeah, I'm picking Golovkin all the way, baby.
Yeah,
all the way. All right, so that's our show. Follow us on Twitter at KidNate, at Eugene S. Robinson. Read Eugene at Aussie.com. Read me at BloodyElbow.com. Subscribe to MMANation.com, DOTCOM on YouTube. Subscribe to MMA Nation on iTunes. Get the audio without the ugly. The podcast version of this is going to be delayed for a couple days because our podcast person is out sick. Eugene, that's not how you do a thumbs up. The thumbs up is like
I'm dotting the I's. Don't you see? I'm dotting the I's.
For a man in his mid-50s, Eugene, it's really beneath you.
I haven't been getting a lot of sleep.
You never get any sleep. That's not
no.
A valid excuse.
This was the extreme laxative Monday night shenanigan. If people want to know what I'm talking about, they got to listen to If I Did It. They're sorry, but it was.
Yeah, pro tip: don't drink milk of magnesia. That's a lesson I've learned. I thought it was the same as Pepto-Bismol.
Don't drink half a bottle of milk of magnesia.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. No. All right. So, the YouTube, blah blah blah, and subscribe to If the Shoes Fit. YouTube.com/If the Shoes Fit to see our new show with Alexi Old. That's not about MMA. That's about other PR kerfluffles. And stay tuned for the MMA Vivisection later today with Zane Simon.
Zane.
Yep. And then we're not going to have a 6th round after Rockhold Branch because we will have a 13th round after Canelo Golovkin with Scott Christ, a bad left hook. And Eugene, will we have a knuckle up on Sunday?
You will have a knuckle up on Sunday.
William B. couldn't be happier, Sammy. All right. So, adios, MMA aficionados. Thanks, Eugene.
All right, man. Later.